going on, people? It's 7 o'clock on a Tuesday, and you know what time it is. We the Nation on UrbanNationRadio.com. I'm your host, Kelly Greene, and this one of the powerful shows that you just can't, you just gotta stay glued, because hopefully I got some things working. I hope people come through and share their message, because today we're talking about domestic violence. You know, I got my Lions gear on, my diehard NFL fan. I've put the helmet on, put the pads on, I laced it up. I went out there and played the game, and I played it pretty good. Wasn't good enough to play on Sundays or play in college for that matter, but I still love and enjoy the game of football. No matter what's going on nowadays, no matter what you see in the newspapers, there are a lot of people like me, a lot of men like me who are going to turn on the TV every Sunday, ignore everybody, and watch football. We're going to turn the TV on Monday nights. We're going to run home from work, take care of everything you got to take care of. So when kickoff comes Monday night, we're right here in front of the clicker to watch football. That being said, domestic violence is still the hot topic among us who love football. Ray Rice, Steve, I hope I spell his name right, Scotty, or let's see, pull my paper, is Bishotti, owner of the Ravens, came out and he just said a lot of dumb stuff. And we really need to wrap our minds around this. And just for the record, I don't condone, obviously I don't condone domestic violence. I hate it with a passion. And I'm going to continue and do shows to make sure that this becomes a topic on everybody's tongue, and we start the dialogue to eliminate domestic violence in our homes. In our workplaces, everywhere. Domestic violence has no place in the future of our society. No place whatsoever. So that's the topic of the day. But let's get into some news from last week. Last week we had One Single Rose, Rosemary Wilson, on the show. Girl, if you're watching, you rock. You rock. The cast news hits play coming called Addiction. Go see the play. It's October 19th. And it's coming up at the, got my notes here. October 19th is going to be down at the, I'm trying to think, it's the, I don't have that note. Okay, but October 19th, stage play Addiction. You have to go see it. They're going to do a lot of topics. We had Rocksteady Stefan Terrell here last week. He was funny as all get out, talking about the character he plays who's addicted to crack. So go see the play, buy a ticket. It's $20. Go to brownpaperbag.com. Type in the word addiction. The place should come right up. Go see this play. I'm trying to tell you right now, if you have anybody who's addicted to anything or going through addiction yourself, go see the play. Enlighten yourselves. Trust me, you won't be surprised. Again, One Single Rose, Rosemary Wilson. Thanks for coming on last night. You guys were funny, so I'll get out. We needed that laugh. Also, this Saturday night, we're going to be at Detroit CEO Magazine's 2nd anniversary bash down at Roberts Riverwalk Hotel downtown. You got the paper here. That's 7 to 10 p.m. I think tickets are also this is $20 as well. Go to Detroit CEO Mag, Google it, it'll pop right up, buy a ticket. I'm sure this would be like the gala to kick off the fall. I mean, we're going to be suited and booted and looking good, and Urban Nation Radio will be on the spot. And I say on the spot, we will be there broadcasting live the whole time. You'll see me, you'll see Chris Lee, Mike Marie Jones, Kai Man. We'll be down there looking good, feeling good, and helping support Detroit CEO Magazine do their thing, 2nd anniversary. Big shout out to Lucretia Rogers. Girl, you guys are really doing things over there at Detroit CEO Magazine. So we're looking forward to that. That's going to be real hot. I mean, super hot. I mean, that's going to be the kickoff to the whole fall. So big shouts out to Detroit CEO Magazine. Go get your ticket. Go to DetroitCEOMagazine.com. Find them, Google them, whatever you got to do. Get a ticket. We'll be there. Broadcasting live. So if you, matter of fact, didn't get a ticket, still right here, log on www.urbannationradio.com. You'll see me, you'll see Chris, you'll see all of us at Detroit CEO Magazine. Having a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of interviews. Lucretia Rice is going to be on. We're going to have Angela T. Jones, who was on my show, brand new book out. She's going to be there. A lot of people are going to be there, so we hope you join us there as well. So that's all for the old business. Next week we have, if you got a teenager, 18 years old, we're going hard on the voting. Big election coming up, November 4th. Gubernatorial is the big one. We got to get Snyder out of there. So next week we have Al Williams from the Democratic. He holds the he's the Democratic Membership Committee Chair. So we're gonna welcome Al Williams. He'll sit down with us. He'll tell us how to vote. There is a rumor, and he's gonna clear it up for me. There's a rumor that there is an app that you can register to vote via this app on your phone. So if you got teenagers, 18 years old up, they know all about apps. Get them voted, get them registered to vote, because October 6th is the last day to vote, the last day to register for November's gubernatorial election. We got to get Snyder out of there. And this is for people here in Michigan. I don't know wherever you are. I don't know if you're voting, but we're going hard. So all shows coming up are going to be dealing with voting and issues related to voting. I'm talking to people now on not Detroit Water Board. There was, the water issue here in Detroit. Talking to some people from there. I'm going to have them on. Also talking to a couple other people. Going to have people on. Going to talk about voting, getting the word out. You must vote. Cannot stress that enough. Vote, vote, vote. Vote hard, vote often. And I'm going to vote against Republicans because I do not like their policies at all. So, that being said, next, 4 weeks, all of October, we're going to go die hard, vote, 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 vote. Especially if you're following us on Facebook, you've seen a lot of our vote PSAs. We had Downtown Tony Brown, had a lot of Detroit celebrities on. Get out there and vote. We cannot stress that enough. If you want to change the conditions of what you live in, get out there, vote. Show out, show up, vote. All right. Hope I got that clearly. Once say more time, vote. Vote, vote, vote. We're doing hard. Everything's here voting. So, take it from me. Voting changes things. Don't let anybody tell you different. But back to our show today. We're dealing with domestic violence. Hopefully Caitlin Risker I was going to have her in the studio, but she wasn't available. She's doing tremendous things out here with doing domestic violence and helping women. She's over SAFE, and that's Sisters for Acquiring Financial Empowerment. They get out, they rescue a lot of women who's been through domestic violence situations. They relocate, show them the ropes on how to get back on their feet. Big shout out to Caitlin Risker. I hope she's listening and watching. She calls in, please. Not because Caitlin Risker is an awesome person, but there's also a fundraiser called the Purple Bag Fundraiser. They are raising a lot of money for SAFE. If you want any more information on that, go to newsafestart.org. That's newsafestart.org. All the information for the purple handbag giveaway. I've seen this handbag. It's actually Kerry Washington's purple handbag. So, if you want Kerry Washington's purple handbag, go to newsafestart.org. Donate some money. Put yourself on the list. Let's stand by for domestic violence. Because that's what a lot of the show is about today. So, while you're watching, also, we'll take your comments. Call in at 313-867-1305 or 313-867-1305. 1306. Call in, tell us about your experience with domestic violence. Because I've heard about a lady here named TT. I don't want to use her real name. Her family hasn't authorized me to use her real name. Her friends have told you her story. And I really want to tell her story to you guys because it kind of strikes at everything about domestic violence and Ray Rice and why this is such a huge issue. Of course, by now you've probably seen the video of Ray Rice striking his then fiancee Janae Palmer, or her name's Janae Palmer Rice now. And whatever you may have heard about it, whatever you may have read, whatever. Unless you see that video, it will not judge. It doesn't justice at all. It's just, and I've seen domestic violence firsthand. I have witnessed it. This video is right there with some of the worst instances I've seen personally. One, he hits her just like if two guys are fighting, just punches her. She falls over, hits her head on the rail, and boom, out cold on the floor in the elevator. What you seen firsthand was Ray Rice dragged her out of the elevator, and pretty much the initial blow was somewhat covered. We'll say covered right now because you already know if you've been following the news and local media, it's pretty much a cover up. We're going to get on that later on the show, but when you see the initial blow, there's no reason in the world why he got 2 games. Everybody says that. Everybody knows that now. We're going to touch on that, and I want you to call in on your thoughts on the Ray Rice situation, on Janae Palmer. She came out and spoke, said, hey, this is my man. He made a mistake. I'm going to support him. Wow. Just me personally, you hit me, I am no longer support you. And that's just the thing about it. But then again, I don't know. There's a whole dynamic to this piece that if you go to your local, I'm quite sure every city there's someone who's doing work with domestic violence. Seek that person out, get educated. Quite sure there's, I don't, if I had offhand, I'll tell you, but each city has someone who's doing work with domestic violence. Seek that person out, especially if your neck of the woods in your area. Seek that person out, get their expertise, tell them what to look for, how to help, donate some time, go and answer phone calls, or donate some money. Get involved with that process, learn something, and hopefully you take something from it. Because trust me, talking to Caitlin Risker, I've learned a lot, even beyond just the whole striking and physical violence piece. She's taught me so much about domestic violence that I've kind of made it part of my programming to whenever there's an issue, bring it to light, because I have audits as a member of the media. It's my responsibility to kind of bring these things to light, because when one person says it behind closed doors, I can say it to a bunch of people right off the bat. So that's my mission here today. We're going to take a quick break. I'm Kelly Greene, We the Nation. We're going to get into domestic violence in a few minutes. Stay tuned. I'm Kelly Greene. We're talking domestic violence today, but go to my blog at hollaifyouhearme.com. HOLLAIFYOUCANHEARME. That's hollaifyouhearme.com. New blog just went up called Warning. Read that blog. A lot of thought. I was watching a thing on prisons the other night. That just kind of blew my mind. So read the blog. Watch. It's called Warning. Right fact, read enough, then read Warning, and I'll explain everything. But let's get to our show on domestic violence. Remember, call in if you want to, give us your input on domestic violence at 313-867-1305 or 313-867-1306. Domestic violence is a really, really ugly situation. Like I said, I'm a big NFL fan. You see the line here, go Lions with 2-1. Big fan of NFL, but I do not condone Ray Rice here. I'm kind of like looking on him sideways, but let's get into a report on Ray Rice because I was really, at first I was mad at Ray Rice. You know, like, yeah, you know, you big jock, hit your girlfriend, your fiance, knocked her out, yeah, you was a bum. However, given the facts that have come to light, he's not the only bum. I mean, yeah, and think about it, and right now he's apologized. He's come out and said, yeah, I did it, I'm sorry, and he's pretty much threw himself in the mercy of the world. So I'm done with him. Big thing is we have the NFL now, so now we got to deal with this whole bigger animal. NFL itself has failed on a lot of levels. The second tape that just came out, supposedly the NFL didn't see. Law enforcement there confirmed that the tape was in fact delivered to NFL studios or NFL offices. So how they not seen it is beyond me. But that's what they'll say. He hasn't seen it. Based the 2-game suspension on basically his word, and had Janae Palmer in NFL officers interviewing with him, which is a big no-no, I've come to find out. And pretty much bungled the whole thing. So, egg on his face. But let's talk about the Ravens. This would be Ray Rice's, if the coach is his immediate boss, this would be the boss over his boss. Steve Bisciotti, owner of the Ravens, spoke Monday on after ESPN reported last week of the owner and President Dick Cass and General Manager Ozzie Newsome pushed Commissioner Goodell for leniency for the star running back. That's leniency for Ray Rice on the domestic violence. Now, this came out, if you watch ESPN programming, you're talking about ESPN as far as sports, news, they're tops. They're just, that's it. If there is anything reporting about sports, ESPN is like top. That's just how they are. And Sports Illustrated is like second, but like way down here. So ESPN, their reporting is top notch and above reproach. Trust me. I've watched a lot of their programming, followed a lot of their news stories, and they have their stuff together, let me tell you. So, recently, there was Outside the Lines. Now, ESPN Outside the Lines does investigative reporting, and they investigated Ray Rice. Is not only Ray Rice, but also the NFL's involvement and the Ravens' involvement as far as handling the situation. And they were really thorough. And it's so thorough to the point where they found a lot of inconsistencies with the Ravens story they put out to the public and what actually happened. What actually happened is the Ravens did, in fact, they say, well, it's right here, it says that the owner, President Dick Cass, and General Manager Ozzie Newsome pushed Commissioner Roger Goodell for leniency for Ray Rice. Leniency. That saying leniency and after striking a woman. So there's that. Now to say Bisciotti came out and said their actions don't jive. Now this is Steve Bisciotti, owner of the Ravens, talking here, that actions do not jive with what we know as fact. Who deny asking for leniency and say he expect Rice to be suspended 46 games. 46 games in a 16-game season. Looking like a little over a third of the season that Ray Rice is expected to be out. However, Ray Rice is now done for the season, done with the Ravens, period. So he has to find another team when he comes back, or if he comes back. So that's a whole other ball wax there. See, going back, Steve Bisciotti came out and said, what's obvious is the majority of the sources work for Ray. So he's saying that all the reporting outside the lines did for their story, that all the sources they got people who work for Ray Rice, which I don't see how you can work for anybody who has no job. And there it is, something that's all entirely together. They are building a case for reinstatement. People work for Ray Rice, building a case for his reinstatement since Ray was eventually pretty much kicked out the league. But what is kind of jumps out to me after this report here, if he's building a case for reinstatement, why does he feel the need to try and drag people down with him? He's trying to get in, so he should be trying to make himself look good to everybody, the league, his bosses, everybody. He's trying to make himself look good. He has no reason, and Ray's people have no reason to throw him under the bus, which, of course, what Steve Biscotti is doing right now is, in fact, throwing Ray Rice under the bus and all his people. So, in that fact, he's making his own self look bad. And that's the NFL. I mean, NFL's a big media market. The games are as pure a game as get, but on the grand stage thing, they make huge ton of money. There's no greater, I know of only a handful of organizations on the planet that make more money than the NFL. That's saying something, especially for a sport. I think the revenue for the NFL is like as highest peak ever. So keeping star players and people who keeps that machine going, it's in their best interest to keep them going. So yeah, it's a big thing. We're gonna follow that real closely. But again, call in your opinions of the Ray Rice situation. You can call us here at 867. That's 313 area code 867-1305. That's 313-867-1305. Or you can also call us on at 313-867-1306. Oh, I got people with the rest. Oh, okay. I got people on my phone now. I'm calling in, so I'm about to send the number. So remember, I have to type this number in, so I'm going to type it on my Facebook and Twitter. The number is 313-867-1305. So that's the number. Call in, talk about Ray Rice, talk about your experiences with domestic violence. Because I'm going to tell a story in a little while about a lady girl named TT. I mean, our thoughts and prayers are with this girl. People here at Urban Nation Radio, everybody I'm affiliated with, everybody who I've told the story to about a girl named TT. She was recently shot by her boyfriend 9 times. Shot. I mean, and it's crazy because if somebody says they love you, why would they turn around and shoot you 9 times? It's beyond me, but she was shot. I mean, I think like according to her best friend, she was shot. I hope I get this right. Like 4 times front, twice in the leg, and twice in the back. I mean, if that was my sister, I mean, I cannot imagine the emotions that were that her family's going through right now, and her. But she lived, and I'm thankful for God she lived. But TT, I'm dedicating this show to you because I know your friends are probably listening because they've reached out to me, and we wish you all the best recovery. And you are an amazing person. And you have a story to tell. You survived. I'm trying to collect myself because not many people survive being shot 9 times, and that's above and beyond. So if you're watching, get well. My heart, my prayers are with you. I mean, I think we have a caller, so let me chime in right quick. Okay, back. Here we go. Let's talk to our caller. Hello, caller. Caller, are you there? Bear with me, everybody. I got a caller on the line, so. Hello, caller.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Hi, who am I speaking to?
This is Crystal.
Hi, Crystal. How you doing this evening?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
I am good. I'm here giving out the news. So, and you are the news. So tell us your story.
The news?
Yes. We're dealing with domestic violence here, and I was wondering if you had a story to tell, or matter of fact, give us your impression of Ray Rice.
Well, well, I don't have a domestic violence story to tell, but I am a big advocate for the domestic violence here in Texas.
Oh, wow.
So, I do help out with a lot of shelters, and I'm an Eastern Star, so we kind of help raise money in items for those families that's been misplaced due to domestic violence.
Yes, and it's clear. I think Texas, there's a law on the books that says that you can hit your wife with a stick, no stick bigger than your thumb.
It's a what in Texas? Is that who?
It's a law. I mean, I've read this, and I don't know if it's still on the books or there's a law there that you can hit your wife with a stick that's no bigger than your thumb.
I'm gonna have to go look that up because I don't think that's still on the books. I hope it's not still on the books.
Well, if you talk about Texas here, you guys still have electric chair there, right?
Say it again?
You still have capital punishment like electric chair and all that stuff?
Yeah, of course. It's Texas.
Yeah, it's Texas, so.
We will electrocute each other.
All right, so, and I'm familiar with the Eastern Stars here in Detroit. I know they do a lot of good work for domestic violence women.
Yes.
So, when was the last fundraiser you guys had?
What was the last, what I got today?
Fundraiser.
The last fundraiser I did?
Yes.
Right, I'm actually doing right now. We're doing, selling raffle tickets for $1.
Okay, tell everybody listening about the raffle tickets and where they can get them.
The raffle tickets that we have is to raise money. They're $1 each. For first place, you win $100. Second place, $50. Third place is $25.
Okay.
As far as to get in contact with me, you can hit me up at Twitter at Crystal J Smile.
Good.
So that's about the only way, right now.
Yeah, great, because I know that this money is going to a great cause, especially if it's going to help people dealing with domestic violence, and that I commend you guys, and I mean big time for that.
Yes, I really appreciate that.
Well, we appreciate you, especially for domestic violence to be as big a deal as it is. There's not nearly enough people out there doing something about it.
Yes, and also with domestic violence, it's just not the men beating on the women. You have some women that beat on men too.
Oh, yeah, that's totally where I was going next. I did see I wonder if you saw it on Facebook about the boy he was cut by his girlfriend. You saw it too?
Yes, I saw that. I was like, oh, okay, that's crazy.
Yes, very crazy.
But I'm a true believer. Well, my dad always taught me. He was like, if you're bad enough to hit a man, you better be bad enough to take a punch. So I'm too pretty to be getting hit on like that. So,
Right.
And if I do take a shot at you, I'm gonna make sure I got enough room to get out the way and run. But I mean, we just all need to learn how to love each other and just keep your hands to yourself. If you feel it's that bad that you need to beat somebody, walk away.
Yes, please. Walk away, fold your arms, do something.
Yes.
Go to timeout. That's what I do.
Yeah. I put my kicks on, I go running. Yay.
All right, let it out. I mean, you bring up a good point there. Exercise, to get out a lot of frustration, especially dealing with domestic issues, anger in the household, whatever the case may be. exercise will save you jail time.
Yes, very much so.
Right,
Very.
right. Crystal, thanks a lot for calling in. I appreciate you.
You're very welcome, sir.
And everybody in Texas, say hello to Crystal. Buy a raffle ticket. It's going to a good cause. They're fighting domestic violence on their front. So
Thank
please
you.
get you one.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. You have a great night.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Everybody, that was Crystal from Texas. She is doing some work down there with domestic violence. So if you know Crystal, if you to give her Twitter handle, I should have kept it, but I'll get it. I'll tweet it out. I'll follow her too because I think I'm gonna give me a raffle ticket because I need some money, especially if it's going to fight domestic violence. Support. I cannot stress that enough. I just told you about a girl named TT. Not gonna use her real name. I haven't been authorized to use her real name just because all of the legal ramifications that goes along with that. She was shot 9 times by her boyfriend. I mean, this was recently. It's like a couple of days ago. Recent. And lived. And I cannot be happier that she lived, but I am sad that she had to go through this. I mean, no woman should be shot, stabbed, swung at, thrown things at, nothing. If you are that mad at your partner, male, female, whatever the case may be, walk away. Go exercise, write, draw, get your mind off of it. Do not go and drink. Do not go smoke weed. I know that's how people like to deal with their problem, but do not. That's the worst thing to do because weed and alcohol, that escalates it. Go running, go jogging, go do something other than. But do not take your mind off it. Don't drink. Don't smoke. Just let it go and then breathe in, breathe out. That's all I can say on that note. But definitely call us in at 313-867-1305 or 313-867-1306 and talk about domestic violence. I want to hear from you. We got about roughly about 15 minutes left in the show. And let's talk about this. Let's get it out. Let's get out and open. If you are in Detroit, go to newsafestart.org. That's newsafestart.org. That's Caitlin Risker and the same organization. They have a fundraiser out called the Purple Purse. Trust me, go donate. Put yourselves in line to win that Purple Purse. It is Kerry Washington's purse. So if you watch Scandal, you're a big Kerry Washington fan, go win that purse. You have a very nice conversation piece, and you will be helping fight domestic violence here in the city of Detroit. But I'm going to take a quick break. We'll come back with more discussion on domestic violence. And I get a lowdown on what's going to happen next week because we're going to talk voting. After this show, it's going to be voting for all of the month of October. We'll be right back. I'm Kelly Greene, UrbanNationRadio.com. I guess we're not having a break. But that's cool though. It's cool, because I want to hear from more of you. 313-867-1305 or 313-867-1306. Let's talk about domestic violence. Let's talk about Ray Rice and his, can I call people names on here? I really want to, because I really want to call Steve, Scotty, the owner of Ravens, a couple names, but this is retarded. No, when I say retarded, like as an RET-10, whatever. Because this is, if you read the statement, as a matter of fact, I got this from ESPN.com. Go to the article and you put search, put Steve, Scotty. Pay attention to, we're back. Pay attention to what's going on around you and your friends, because domestic violence is really a big deal in our community, and not just because Ray Rice or the NFL is like bungling it. It's a big deal because so many people in domestic situations are in them for the wrong reason. So many people are with people. They think they love them, trust them, whatever the case may be. But at the right point, I want to say not the right point, but at the wrong point, they realize that things change dramatically. That person is not really the person they want. They start that person was with. It's the other person comes out, and that person is not nice. They didn't do their due diligence. They didn't do research on that person. They didn't find that person's background. They didn't find out if that person had found tendencies. They just it's caught up in the outside. It's caught up in that person's facial features, and they look, their car, how much money that person got. That person is a human being with human being faults. That being said, when those faults come out, you have to know how to deal with them. I might deal with them as far as the conflict resolution. Can they discuss something without getting violent? Can that person argue without, does that person have any diplomacy? Can that person really say they love and be with you and discuss things with you without raising their voice, getting violent? Do they throw things? If somebody's throwing things, next thing they're gonna throw something at is you. It's a fact. Get a hold of it now. Like I said, I was just telling a story about a lady who I found out was being struck at home because sometimes I'm talking and I'm waving my hands. Waving my hands made her flinch. And I don't have to be close to her. Usually, if someone's close and they're waving their hands, you kind of like back away. But she was flinching and jerking, and I was asking one day, what's going on? But she would just say, no, nothing's going on, just, whatever the case may be. She dismissed it for so long, but eventually she told me she was being struck by her husband. And it was like, whoa. So pay attention to your people. Pay attention to your girlfriends, your brothers, your sisters, look for bruises, behavior changes. That's usually indicating that something's not right at home. And sometimes if you haven't seen that person in a while, just kind of like, take them out somewhere and, gauge their voice patterns. Maybe sometimes somebody's being beat like, start getting slurred speech, or if you go shopping with your girlfriends and, she's not holding her purse right or something, find out, be a little nosy. Sometimes being nosy can help in a lot of these situations. So, like I say, I was telling a story about a girl named TT, real name not using, shot 9 times this past week by her boyfriend. Guy said, that she loved, and they loved each other, but again, something came out in them that made her want to shoot her. And I told her friends, I said, thank God she's alive to tell her story. I'm hoping that once she heals up, she can instruct other girls about being with somebody and looking out for warning signs. And sometimes you might not get a warning sign. Somebody just strike out. But again, I hope that that she gets better. We're praying. Everybody here at the station has some prayers. Just be careful here. Let's treat each other with some respect and dignity, and remember that we love each other at the end of the day. All right. Peace. Next week we're gonna have Al Williams. We're gonna talk about voting. We're gonna go hard on voting. Go to our Facebook page. Look at all the voting PSAs we're putting out. A lot of Detroit people coming out. We had downtown Tony Brown. Usually he's funny so I get out, but he was dead serious about voting. So follow us on Facebook, urbannationradio.com. Follow me at Twitter at Kelly G Live 72 that's at Kelly G Live 72. Follow my blog, hollyforhuey.com, and I'll see you guys this week. Peace.